Hello everyone! Today we are joined remotely by Rich Woods, one of the UK's most exciting bartenders. Good morning, Rich. What have you got for us today?
So the first drink I'm going to be making is a riff on a martini using cardamom and ginger, but we're going to flip the ratio on its head. Here we have our vodka. Then we're going to up the dry vermouth. And then we're going to introduce an infusion of the HONTERI with some cardamom and ginger, just to kind of give it that nice warming kind of festive feel.
Right, well what I'm going to do now, to go with that, I'm going to make a salmon tartare, which is going to sit on top of some salmon skin, which I'm going to fry. Ooh. Now, I have here some pieces which I cut before. What I've got is some kimchi namoto, and then with the HONTERI in there, you just spray on top. From a distance, you'll get a finer spray. I've got a bowl with some chopped ginger.
And you can grate it, I guess, as well?
Yes, you can grate it. If you use a small grater, you'll get a lot of juice off it as well. So you can use that juice in your salmon. I've got a small shallot, you don't want too much, a gherkin. I've got 3 or 4 large capers. I like the large capers, the Sicilian ones, because they tend to be a lot more juice in them. Now I've made up my sauce, which is sesame oil, kimchi namoto chili paste, soy sauce, some dashi. So I've put the HONTERI in there, give it a shake. 5 teaspoons of salmon, 1 teaspoon of shallot. You can go 2 teaspoons of your HONTERI mix. Right, I'm going to put these on top. These are ikura. You only need 1 or 2, and there you have it.
They look great. I'm going to finish off the drink now. I'm just going to add some ice just to stir this down. It's a very quick stir. We just want to obviously chill but dilute as well. And then no drink is complete without a garnish. So there we have it. Aesthetically looks like a classic martini, is anything but a classic martini. HONTERI obviously adds that kind of texture as well, which is amazing in this drink. And I think, you know, the collaboration between the drink and the bite, I think it's going to work.
Yeah, oh, I agree with you. I'm thirsty and hungry. I don't know which to go with first. Right, number 2 is shiitake broth and a tofu miso shot. Oh. So all I need to do with this one is eringi mushroom. I'm going to cut it into squares, put them in the pan. It's going to take about 30 minutes on a low heat, and it's over to you.
Amazing, sounds delicious, can't wait. So what I've done is a milk punch with a little bit of a difference. We've got some cinnamon, we've got some nutmeg, we've got some tonka bean in this drink as well. I've added some white miso to this cocktail. Now a milk punch is a cocktail, as the name would suggest, that contains milk, but as you can see, it doesn't look like it's got any milk in it. But the milk in this case adds texture to this cocktail, and the way that we've removed it is we've added acid in the form of lemon juice to split the milk, but we retain the texture. And it is literally going to be as simple as pouring this into a shaker. And then because all of these spices and all of the infusion and all the flavor is in there, the only thing I'm going to do with the HONTERI is just to add it to this mixture. Let's carry on with your dish. I think it looks great.
Well, I've got my little square pieces of mushroom, which I will put in the bottom of the dish first. And then on top of them, I'm going to put my squares of smoked tofu. Now I've decided to use smoked tofu because that will mix with the miso that's in my paste and also the miso that's in your dish. I'm going to add pumpkin miso. I've added a little bit of your HONTERI that has been infused with chili. It's such a brilliant tool for that. It picks up so many different flavours.
From a drinks point of view, though, I love it because it obviously not just have we got the sweetness, but you've also got the kind of the salinity and the acid that you associate with obviously vinegars and ferments, which are great. So for me, you get this texture, which is amazing. It gives drinks a mouthfeel, which ordinarily you've never had.
I know. I mean, it's so versatile. Right, onto this mushroom dashi. On top of that is homemade furikake, and there you have it. Shiitake broth with a miso tofu shot.
Amazing. So I'm going to add the ice to this drink and we're just going to stir it down like the last one. And for this cocktail, as we're serving over ice, I thought what we'd do is we'll add a rice milk infused ice ball. And all we're going to do is we're going to strain this drink. There we go. And obviously the last important thing is a garnish.
I'm loving this because what you've come up with actually looks like mine as well. It's the same sort of...
There's a sip and a shot.
Yeah, excellent stuff.
So the third drink I'm going to be making is a non-alcoholic riff on a traditional festive drink, which is the mulled wine. This time I thought we would make something that replicates these flavours in a non-alcoholic drink. I can see you've got your dish there, Ron. Is that pork I can see?
It certainly is. Now in here is some pickled apple, which has been pickled in water, sugar, HONTERI, and a drop of cinnamon. A little bit of vinegar as well. Moving over here, I have my yakitori sauce, which is heating up, and I have 3 skewers already in the pan. This has been on for 2 or 3 minutes, so I've got my hot sauce here. I'm just going to pour some over, and then I'm going to put them back in the pan.
Amazing. All right then, so all I'm going to do is take my infusion, which I already made, pour into a shaker. You can pour this straight into the glass if you wish. I'm just pouring it into a shaker because I just want to mix it with the non-alcoholic soda that I'm using. So I've got a jasmine and white peach, and I'm just going to simply pour this into a long glass over ice. I like the jasmine note. It kind of adds a nice sort of floral note to it, and the peach is obviously fantastic again. Has that really nice sort of, not just the fruity notes, but you get the stone fruit notes from it as well. It looks beautiful, it tastes great, and you get those aromas that are associated with mulled wine. So I think this is going to be an amazing pairing with your pork.
Yeah, I think like the peach notes will obviously match the apple on the stick. The sauce itself is homemade, but I've used our good old HONTERI, as well as it being in the sauce. I've got a little spray which I'm going to use again, just a little, and then a little sprinkle of traditional sesame seeds everywhere in Japanese cooking, but there's a reason for it because they look so nice. So there you have it, peppercorn pork, pickled apple with slightly chili infused yakitori sauce.
They look great.
Well, thank you very much, Rich, for those 3 amazing cocktails. They'll match my 3 canapes really, really well. To all of you that are watching, the recipes are online now. Please have a look because they're suitable for this time of year. Rich, cheers.
Cheers.